Here comes the Spider-Man. Hey guys, I'm back here with another episode of Comic Podcast, and today we have a special guest with us, my best friend and my co-host Oshino. Welcome, Oshino. Yay!
I'm so excited to be on your podcast.
Thank you so much, Oshino. And
I'm honored. Okay. What are
today
you gonna do?
we're going to narrate one of my favorite stories about Spider-Man. The kid who collects Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Oh my God, Spider-Man used to be my childhood favorite.
Really? He gives me hope, actually.
Yeah.
So, the story is written by Roger Stern. Art cover was done by the great John Romita Jr. It was published in January 1984. And the penciler is Ron Frenz. Inker is Terry Austin. Letterer is Joe Rosen. And the colorist is Christy Shield. And let me tell you guys one thing, that they have included a small interview of the kid in the comic, and they did not include it in a one page, so we will read that interview at the end. Is that okay, Oshino?
Yes, sure and punch.
Okay, so I'll be narrating the role of Spider-Man and Oshino will be narrating the role of Timmy.
Timmy? Oh, you mean Timothy Chalamet?
No,
It's Timothy, isn't it?
no, it's actually Timothy Harrison.
Aww. That's so
Sorry to
bummer.
disappoint
But
you.
alright.
Timothy
Anything for
Chalamet
you, Punch.
was not even born in that 1984.
I was just kidding, Okay, I'm
Yeah.
smart.
Poor
that.
jokes. You need to improve your
Yeah.
jokes, you know that, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, I hate you. Okay, let's start.
Okay. Page 1. Tim. Psst. Hey Tim, you awake?
Spider-Man? Guy, I don't know. Sure, I hope I am.
I hope you are too. I've been wanting to meet you.
Spider-Man wants to meet me? No, I know. I'm dreaming. This can't be real.
Page 2. Who's not real, Tim? Me? Nope. I'm as real as they come, the one. And only genuine, amazing Spider-Man.
Oh.
But
what?
it looks like you could still use a little convincing.
Huh? Oh, where did he go? Where did he go?
Right down here. Now do you believe me? I'm really Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Spider-Man picks up the bed of Timothy. Page 3. Okay, easy does it. Don't want to spill you out on the floor.
That was great. That was greater than great. But how come?
How come I came to see you?
Yeah.
Oh, I happened to see that article about you in the Daily Bugle and I just couldn't pass up a chance to meet such a faithful fan. Could I see your collection?
Boy, you bet. I got stuff from newspapers and magazines. Even some old films of when we were on TV.
Oh, let me see that.
Yeah, here you go.
Well, I'll be there. I'm doing my act on Variety Time. This really takes me back.
If you think that's something, look this. Look at it. This is the earliest article I could find about you. Maybe it's even the first one.
Page 4. Judging from the date on the story, it may be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I've always wondered, how do you get your powers? Were you born
No, I came by my powers purely by accident, Timmy. Believe it or not, I got the way I am from being bitten by a radioactive spider.
Radioactive? Why?
Now we go to the past. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. I was attending a science exhibition, and a spider which was gotten too close to one of the exhibits put the bite on me. Ow! Spider bites Peter Parker's hand. I am just lucky that the bite didn't make me deadly ill. Somehow, though, the irritated venom did something to my body chemistry. I soon found out that I'd become incredibly fast. I could leap great distances, cling to the sides of buildings, and I'd become very strong. Peter Parker crushes the pole, as shown in the illustration here. I crushed the steel vent pipe as though it were paper. Page 5. I'd become a kind human spider. About the only thing I couldn't do was spin a web, but I even figured out how to do that eventually.
Your weapon? Yeah. How do you make it?
Well, I could spend weeks explaining the formula. Let's just say that I mix up the special fluid and store it under pressure in metal cartridges that go into my wrist, Gizmo C. Spider-Man shows Timmy his web shooters.
Neat.
I know, right? The whole shebang is activated by pressing on the super sensitive button, which is worn at a spot on my palm where I won't accidentally hit it when I make a fist. A double tap on the palm button and I get all the webbing I need, at least until the fluid runs out. Then I have to replace the cartridge by adjusting the nozzle. I can get a thick glob of adhesive liquid, a thick strand of line. Like this. Or a fine quick spreading web that's strong enough to hold about anything. How do you like that? Spider-Man makes a swing for Timmy and he puts him on the swing and pushes him back and forth.
I like it a lot. It must be great to be Spider-Man.
I mean, well, it does have its moments,
Say, I was wondering, when you first became Spider-Man, you used to be on TV and stuff. You gave it up to chase crooks? How come?
I was afraid you might ask that. Page 6. I started out to make my money with my powers and I wasn't interested in much else. One day, leaving a TV studio, I saw a guard chasing a burglar. I could have stopped him, but I didn't, and he got away. A few weeks later, the same burglar broke into the home of some people who meant a lot to me. The people surprised the burglar. He pulled a gun and an innocent man died. If I had stopped that burglar when I first had the chance. But no, all I cared about then was myself.
And that's why...
Yeah, that's why I started chasing crooks. I caught that burglar and I swore that no one else was going to get hurt if I could help it. Maybe you should have picked someone else to start a scrapbook about him.
Jeez, do you have to be so hard on yourself? I know you mess up, but at least you tried to make it up for it.
I'll be
Come on.
making up for it for a long time.
Most officially.
I'll be making up for it for a long time, kiddo. Page 7. You actually dug these out of the wall of that bank with your pocket knife? Spidey shows the bullets which were shot at him in the bank robbery.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen you dodge those bullets. I still never figure out how you could do that.
Well, part of it is speed, of course, but if you can keep a secret. I have the spider sense that warns me of danger. I get a tinkling sensation in my head when anything out of the ordinary happens. It's better than having eyes in the back of your head.
Wow, that's amazing.
Page 8. Here's the retraction from the time Jameson accused me of being Electro. Boy, how he hated to run that one.
That's funny.
Spidey and Timmy are looking at the collection of Timmy. Well, Tim, I could do this all night, but I have places to go, and you ought to be getting to sleep, okay?
Oh, okay.
Sleep tight, kiddo.
I will.
Spider-Man walks out. Yeah?
Will you tell me who you are?
There's a moment of hesitation. Page 9. No, Tim, you know that's my greatest secret. If people knew who I was under the mask, I'd never know a moment's peace. All of my friends would live in constant danger.
I know. But I'd never tell another soul that I knew long as I lived. Honest.
I believe you, Tim, but I can't. I just can't. Spider-Man looks outside the window, thinking. And then suddenly he just removes his mask and calls Tim. My name is Peter Parker. I took the most photos that go with those articles you saved, Timmy. Page 10.
You mean all these years, old man Jameson has been paying you to take pictures of yourself?
Uh-huh.
Boy, that's great. I wish we could tell him.
I know I do too, but we can't. You mustn't even tell anyone that I was here.
Don't worry, Pete. I understand. It's a secret forever and ever. I promise.
Yeah. Spider-Man hugs Timmy tightly.
I guess that makes us buddies then?
You bet.
Buddies to the end.
Yeah. Hey, it's really getting late now. I have to get moving, and you have to get to sleep. You can see tears rolling down of Peter's eyes. He wears his mask. Take care of yourself, Tim.
Okay. Good night, Pete.
Bye. Page 11. Spider-Man jumps out of the window and he just stands at the boundary of the building. And as the panel zooms in, we could see he was inside Slocum Brewer Cancer Clinic. The end. So, the comic ended at a very suspense moment, but everything will be cleared after we read the interview part. So, Ushina, you should start with the interview, then I'll continue.
Yeah, sure. Timothy Harrison is one of those special young men. He's short, bright, likable, and 9 years old, going on 35. You know the kind I mean. You talk to him for 5 minutes and you get the odd feeling that he's already been around the track a few times, despite his youthful appearance. Tim is like a lot of other kids his age. He's seen all the Star Wars movies about a dozen times each. He's a big Mets fan and he enjoys whatever noise that's passing for music these days. What makes Tim different from most of his classmates though is that he has a hobby of which J. Jonah Jameson, this paper's esteemed publisher, would certainly not approve.
Tim collects Spider-Man. He has a huge trunk filled with Spider-Man memorabilia. There are 8 big scrapbooks overflowing with magazines and newspaper clippings, kind scopes of Spider-Man's rare television appearances, and a handful of souvenirs which can only be called unique. When I paid Tim a visit, and this is an interview done by Jacob Conover, who is a journalist at Daily Bugle. He eagerly opened his trunk to answer my typically nosy questions. I was real lucky to get some of these clippings, said Tim, flipping through the old scrapbook. I was just a little kid when a lot of these stories were printed. But my grandfather knew a lady who saved old copies of the Daily Bugle and a bunch of other papers. Going back a long way, so I was able to get clippings of the earliest stories on Spider Man that were ever run. And the kinescopes? They were harder to find, admitted Tim. Heck, most folks at the TV station had practically forgotten Spider Man. Just like that. And of course, there are those souvenirs. My cousin Al was on a field trip to some museum in the city when the Spider Man stopped some guys who were trying to steal rare jewels that were on loan from India or somewhere. Al had his camera with him and he shot a whole set of slides of Spider Man in action. Then Tim dug into the trunk and pulled out a jar holding 5 flattened 38 slugs. I dug these out of the slides of a building in Forest Hills the day after Spider-Man surprised some hold-up men outside of a branch bank. He moved so fast they never hit him once, said Tim proudly. There were other items in the trunk, but I wasn't as interested in them as I was in the young man who collected them. Tim was obviously a quiet admirer of Spider Man. There were other. Sorry. Tim was obviously a quiet admirer of Spider Man, the masked man whom our publisher often refers to under his breath, of course, in terms not suitable for the pages of a family newspaper. Didn't it bother Tim that his hero so seldom received favorable headlines? A little, admitted Tim, but it's given me material for a whole new scrapbook. Would you like to read the end of the interview?
Yes. Well, I hope Tim gets his wish. I hope that somewhere out there, Spider-Man reads these words. I hope that my publisher is wrong about him, that he takes the time to visit every brave young man named Tim Harrison. And I hope he does it soon. You see, Tim Harrison has leukemia, and the doctors only gave him a few more weeks to live.
Okay, so now we are done with the story.
I can't, it's very sad. It was quite interesting and fun in the beginning, and it took a wild turn. It's
I know.
hard.
Actually, I've read this story before and I knew the ending, but I wanted to see your actual reaction. That's why I did not tell you the ending. The story is actually very sweet.
I always thought like Spider-Man, fights big people like villains and monsters and etc.
Yeah,
But for the first time, it's very sad and it's a sweet story. I
it's a
didn't
nice
expect this
story.
ending.
Everyone should read it at least once.
Yes, it's such a motivational story. Everyone has their own superheroes.
Yeah, that's true. As Spider Man said, that there is a Spider Man in all of us. So, we are done.
Yay!
I'll meet you guys
And
next week, same day, same time, and I don't know what I'm going to read or narrate for next week. We'll see that. Thank you, Shino, for joining me.
yeah, Mr. Shukla, you can. Excuse me, Mr. Shukla, you have to pay me the
What? I did not listen what you said.
Uh, uh,
Your network is very bad. I cannot hear you. I won't pay you anything, huh? Bye. It's a wrap up. Spider-Man. Bye, everyone. We'll see you next time. Actually, I'll see you. Oshino is a very busy person. Thank you, Oshino. Bye. We'll see you guys next time.